And that sums up the best what I'm really after. Where do we find meaning? How do we find fulfillment? Okay, I'm doing a new take because I think I finally figured out what I'm trying to say. So here we go. This is the intro. This is the first video. This is the beginning of a new venture that I'm doing. I wanted to create a creative playground of sorts for me to explore new ideas and, more importantly, remove the expectations of the end result from what I'm creating. Channel art says, in search of moments that matter. And that sums up the best what I'm really after. Where do we find meaning? How do we find fulfillment? And is it based on the results, or is it based on the process? Is it a combination of the two? As I've been pondering this idea and thinking about making this channel for a couple months now, the thing that kept bouncing around in my head is that I always found the most meaning through the moments that I gave the most presence to. Like think about your own life. Think about the moments, any memories you have where the hours just flew by. It's like time flies when you're having fun. It's like that concept. What were you doing in those moments? Were you recording videos like I like to do? Maybe you were spending time with friends and family. Maybe you're playing video games by yourself. To me, it doesn't matter what it is. I'm not judging what it is, but it's just about being aware of where do you lose yourself in the time? Where do you give your most presence to? Where are you the most engaged? And what does that mean to you, right? Like in search of moments that matter. So I want to know, find awareness about what we do find meaning in, and then intentionally build those moments into our life so that we can have more of them. That to me feels far more beneficial than almost any other endeavor I could think of in life. Without going down a crazy spiritual path, I just can't think of a better war to fight than wanting people to be more engaged with life by figuring out how I can get myself more engaged with my own life. So that sounds pretty heavy, and maybe it is, but that's the path that I'm on now. Is how can I be the most engaged in my life that I possibly can be? And exploring the love of the process, of any process. So I want to combine research with, cinematic footage and really work on honing my craft here as a filmmaker and as a creative storyteller, and hopefully bring value to you about how you can be living a more intentional life, one that you create and design for yourself. So part of my journey is exploring topics and ideas that are separate from an end result and just exist as they are. And I'm greatly trying to make showing up for the work far more valuable than the results of the work. And I think that's especially true for artists and creatives. Like this book, I'm gonna read a little bit of this book. The War of Art by Steven Pressfield is massively important to me, and it's actually the reason I'm making this video right now. I've always had a calling to make a channel like this and to explore content like this, but I had a lot of resistance, and he calls it resistance with a capital R, that just stops you from actually doing the things you should be, especially creatively. So he says, Socrates demonstrated long ago that the truly free individual is free only to the extent of his own self-mastery, while those who will not govern themselves are condemned to find masters to govern over them. So freedom is a really big topic for me that I've been after, personal liberty, sovereignty, being able to take care of myself and the people around me and having the liberty to make my own decisions. And so this idea right here, when Socrates says that we're only free to the extent of our own self-mastery, it only makes me want to grow more and learn more about myself and become more self-aware. And, at the end of the day, I think we're all victims of our own mind, and we have to be able to understand how to handle our mind better and be aware of what's going on internally for us to show up externally more effectively. And that's my goal with this channel for myself. This is very much a selfish endeavor to be a practice of turning pro, as Stephen Pressfield says it, and moving closer and closer to self-mastery and learning what that means for me, right? And so I'm hoping that you will also get value from this, and I can present the content in a way that it helps you get past your blocks and move forward to your own self-mastery. But I think that I can't make that the goal, because if I make that the goal, then I will find myself catering far more to what I think will work on YouTube and on the channel. And I won't be able to stay true to myself and the creative calling that I feel myself compelled to go down. So if any part of this journey sounds interesting to you, I will be posting. I'm gonna set up a regular schedule. I don't know what that looks like yet, but go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the like button because it helps with the YouTube algorithm, and leave a comment, and I will definitely jump back into the comments and reply back to you. And maybe if you have a certain topic or something you'd like to hear about, let me know, and I'll talk to you guys soon. It's gonna be a good journey. I'm really excited for what's happening, and yeah, I guess that's it. All right, peace. Can you hear that?